When FLCL premiered on Adult Swim in 2003, it later became one of the first real cases of anime to be nationally watched and known throughout the United States. This series became one of the foundations for Adult Swim and naturally helped it to become the block for anime in America for a number of years after. But the speculative scenario is this: there was no real story or purpose for the original FLCL series. When the Neon Genesis Evangelion series ended in 1997, Studio Gainax had spent a good amount of the decade working on the revolutionary series. Due to the extraordinary tone and atmosphere of the adaptation, various individuals working at the studio decided to undertake the creation of a more light-hearted and comedic original video animation. From information now known, the very premise of Fooly Cooly was for it to be completely random and for it to be something completely different intentionally as a result from Neon Genesis Evangelion. The desire to make something so different from Evangelion was an absolute priority for Gainax, and there was no real emphasis on what the series should be. While the exact details for the creation of Fooly Cooly are no longer fully known, the emphasis to make it random was one of the most important details during the production. This was why the 6 episodes are barely connected, only in fact through key events or specific characters or even particular circumstances. The episodes were mostly just singular stories with no real coherent plot or function aside from the particular episode itself when watched. The series was broadcasted in Japan from the 26th of April 2000 to the 16th of March 2001, as the Japanese audience were actually indifferent to the particular premise or unique appeal of FLCL due to the wide variety of anime that viewers could watch at any said time, or the wide variety of manga that anyone can read at any said time. Fooly Cooly was forgotten by the Japanese very quickly, and it was just a temporary release from Gainax and never intended to be something serious nor memorable. When the series was first broadcasted in the United States in August of 2003, it instantly became a massive hit for the programming block and remained steady with ratings for years afterwards whenever episodes were broadcasted through the Adult Swim time slots. The quirky Japanese feel, or the outrageous circumstances, perhaps the witty characters, and unbelievable premise were all witnessed and even experienced by American viewers for the first time. The original Japanese version had humor with related popular cultural references that were unrelatable to American or even European audiences, as when it was translated and rewritten, American references were naturally used in relation to the 1990s, as by that time in 2003, the decade of the 1990s was just a matter of time previously. This previous aspect was intentional to have the series more relatable or even understandable. When Japanese director Kazuya Tsurumaki learned about this, he mentioned that the series was not meant to be fully understood, and by having it to be understood took away from the entire premise of FLCL. The Japanese music brand specializing in alternative rock was formed in 1989, only having sporadic success throughout the 1990s. Neither a true success nor an outright failure. When Gainax desired for a different musical score for this series, the Pillows were hired. As a result, the music composed by the brand helped its popularity to grow throughout Japan. But the real success for the brand came when Fooly Cooly was broadcasted in the United States, as interest for the Pillows by American viewers remained crucial to the band for a number of years afterwards. Ride On Shooting Star, one of the songs specifically composed for the Fooly Cooly series, arguably became the band's most popular song in the United States. It's important to remember that Fooly Cooly was just a 6-episode Japanimation, as mentioned, but due to the astonishing popularity in the United States, focus upon the anime remained for years as a result due to the sheer nostalgia of it. These sequels were only distantly related to the canon established in the original series, although there were no real examples of lore to the subsequent additions to Fooly Cooly attempted to establish further lore and world-building premises to the Fooly Cooly franchise as it was later known as. Despite Adult Swim and other animation studios forcing a continuation of the Fooly Cooly premise, receptions to these so-called continuations were mostly negative, both from the Japanese and American audience's point of view. Japan's view was that the original original Fooly Cooly being just an original video animation made by a studio with no real purpose or intention. America's view was that the original Fooly Cooly being an incredible story with fun or casual humor on characters that were all presented at a time when anime was being introduced to the United States for potentially casual audiences.